Great hustle. That's just a great hustle play by Danica Hamilton. She got all the way across the other side of the floor to commit that to make that block. And they've got two guards up, breaking the press, going after it. That's all right. You know what? I can live with that as a coach because you're attacking the glass, and that's what you have to do. There she is. Spruce Creek girls held scoreless this quarter so far. Got to find a way to break that ice. That's a situation where you got to fake high, pass low, or take one more dribble, make the defense commit to you, and put a bounce pass over there. We've got to start attacking the basket. Too many lob passes over the zone. Now we're starting to move it a little bit. A little more running. Kick out.
Little travel turnover there. I don't know. There's a lot of refs that wouldn't have called that one right there. That was it was a travel though. But she makes up for it with a steal, and now she's attacking. Ireland with the pass inside to Kiabri Edwards. Now they're turning up the intensity, and that's a good thing. Kind of speaks to your point about them being athletic and running up and down and liking the game to be a fast pace. And just as on cue, just like you said, here they are. They're pressing in return. Pressing teams do not like to be pressed in return.
Yeah, and you can hear Coach Ham on the sideline yelling, attack, 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 and that's what you have to do. That's what got them a point on the board. That's what got the momentum swing. Even though they haven't scored since, the momentum is clearly in their path, on their side right now. As demonstrated by the timeout by Winter Springs, they want a timeout and get their composure. Coach wants to work on a press break naturally. They haven't seen it that much this game. That's a good point that you make as well, Coach. Pressing teams do not like to be pressed. That means they're not controlling the game and they're not controlling the tempo. Somebody else is doing that. I like what Coach Ham just did. I really like what Ham just did right now. They were in a diamond press on the ball. Their coach calls a timeout, naturally to set up a press break against that particular press. Well, Spruce Creek came out in a totally different formation. They backed it up 3 quarters. They wanted to keep the pressure on, but give them a different look, meaning that the team didn't come out prepared for that, and there's the result. That's what led to the steal right there. And then hopefully a knockdown. That's right. Creek's doing a good job attacking that basket, getting the offensive boards. I just really like what we saw. We're seeing some good coaching tonight. Winter Springs, to my knowledge, they've got a couple state championships under their belt. There's a storied program here. Spruce Creek still chasing their first, but Coach Ham, he's done wonders with this program. He's brought them into state tournament contention. People are talking all around the state about Spruce Creek girls basketball, and I'd say Coach Ham has a lot to do with that.
Two misses at the free throw line. You got to have those free throws, Coach. And that just kind of translated into that. There was people where they were just basically kids do that sometimes. They took a play off and just kind of watched that situation right there and just committed a cheap foul.
(18-14) is the score right now. We'll try to start letting you guys out there know that. I know you can't see the scoreboard, so we'll get you that score from time to time. 18-14 right now. Winter Springs to the line, and it's short. We've got 3:40 on the clock in the second period. Spruce Creek held to just 2 points this quarter. They're going to need to get something on the board. Amazingly, they're only down 4, so the defense is definitely keeping them in this ball game.
I like what Spruce Creek is doing, though. It's something I always thought was important against the zone defense, is to put a big player, at a post player, in the middle and force the defense to be honest. There it is right there, the flash. Wow, hustle collision, but both players seem to be up and fine. That was a feature of North Carolina offense that Dean Smith was so good at. He made sure that he had role players basically play that high post position, and what he would do is he would feed that high post, and their job wasn't to score necessarily, but their job was to rotate the basketball, to swing the ball from side to side, and or find the low post option right there.
Gotta have that weak side rebound. Yeah, you gotta have the weak side rebound as well in the zone, and that is the weak spot in the zone defense. Not covering that weak side and giving up offensive rebounds. I like it. Spruce Creek is pushing it. They run a nice transition offense. Spruce Creek runs a really nice transition offense. They got every spot covered for. You got somebody running down to the baseline. You've got another person running on the opposite wing. Post player running straight to the block, looking for the easy layup, and then you've got the trailer coming on the opposite elbow. And they're typically pushing the ball up the right side, which is your standard transition offense, because you're ready to go straight into your 4-out, 1-in offense. So I really like how that's been implemented, and I like how it's being executed tonight as well by the Spruce Creek girls team.
I agree. You can see the girls in their early offense going to spread themselves out right into their spots where they should be. Makes the defense react. Now, going to a different type of look. I really love this. Spruce Creek came out with a different trap from half court with a one-guard front, and now they turned that into a couple of point-blank shots, still not converting. Spruce Creek down 15-18.
Where's that off?
Nice penetration by Winter Park. Number 20, Drianna Neal. We've got a little flex cut going on right now. Running a little baseline action. That's good. That's important. With the high post. There you go. Right on cue. There's that high-low combination. It just makes the defense play honest. They can't commit to pressuring the ball on the wing if those players are there.
Yeah, Kiabri Edwards is coming up strong right now. And you know what? There we go. They let him. When she gets in the open floor, it's dangerous. And yeah, Coach, excellent call on the high-low action. When you get the high-low working, timeout on the floor, full timeout. Winter Springs wants to regroup. The high-low action in that situation, Coach, is what is going to open up their outside game. They're not getting a lot of looks from the three-point range. That's because they're not scoring on the inside. They can demonstrate they can score on the inside. The defense is going to have to collapse a little bit. That's going to open up the outside.
I agree. There's a lot of philosophies on how to beat a zone, but the main one, the bottom line, the denominator of all those ideas is you try to beat it from behind. You beat it with a pass, and you beat it from behind. Because when you play man-to-man, your head is on a swivel. You see almost everything. It's only natural, though, for kids at this age to be out there playing zone defense and really basically just keeping those blinders on, just looking straight ahead at one place. And they follow the ball with their head. That's about it. I like this press, this half-court trap that Creek has put on. It's a one-guard front with two players behind, and they immediately trap above the top of the key. So they try to keep it in the front court. Now they've dropped back into what looks to be a 2-3. And it was effective. I'm still looking for Ireland Davidson to start to assert herself in the game. I know you got to pick and choose your spots, and she's such a good player that she's going to find her spot. There she is right now. Nice pass, entry pass to Kiabri Edwards. Nice. Right on cue. There's Ireland Davidson asserting herself with good passing and then the nice short jumper. And a steal by Kiabri Edwards.
You know, I'll tell you what, I think that's what makes Ireland such a great player and a fierce competitor, is that she doesn't assert herself as much as you would like your go-to player to do, but that's probably a strength of hers because she lets the game come to her. She doesn't go out and try to make things happen if it's not there to happen. She waits for it to come to her. She lets the other players get their feel of the game, which is going to open up time for her. She's a great role player. She's the kind of person that you're going to talk about in the scouting report, but in the beginning of the game, she's going to make you forget about her because she's going to wait for that game to come to her in about the second quarter, and that's what she's doing right now.
I really like what Coach Ham is doing right now. He's doing a lot of substituting. It's a luxury that you have when you have these kind of athletes, and you've got skill players pretty much all over as well. Whoa. Delana Gilliard just couldn't hang on, but she was penetrating toward the baskets, and the ball just got away. Creek is now pressing full court and will take a 22-20 lead into the half. Looks like Spruce Creek came with some momentum there in the last half of the second quarter there. That press, I think the multiples. You know, as a coach, what you like to call that, you love when players have the ability, the mental ability to run what we call multiples or multiple defenses. And if they can recognize it on their own, which I think that's what I saw right there, that they can change their defense like an amoeba as it occurs. It is so hard to coach against teams like that.
I love the reference to the great Dean Smith, rest in peace, multiple offenses, multiple defenses. We're going to take a break here, so you guys enjoy your halftime.
Welcome back to Spruce Creek basketball. Creek has the ball. Open up the second half in the familiar hands of Jayla Adams. Good ball rotation to the corner. Looks crisp so far. There's Ireland Davidson, exactly as I thought. She would find her spot, find her place, and get in her groove. Steal by Spruce Creek High School, 25-20 at the opening of this second half.
I'll tell you what, Coach, this Danica Hamilton, she's something else. I'd never seen her before. I don't remember her last year. I don't know if she's a transfer, I'll be honest with you. I plead ignorance on that, but I love her. You know, she knocked down the first 2 threes of the game for Spruce Creek. She's committed steals left and right. She maintains her composure out there. After a turnover, she doesn't go out and commit a frustration foul. She gets back and she just hustles and plays. I really, really like this young lady.
I agree, Chase. And you know as well as anybody that there can be 2 stars on the team or even 3, but you have to have role players that are willing to do the little things. And I said that my entire coaching career. I'm sure you heard it enough as a player under several coaches, so you know the value and truth in it. Ball swung to the corner. Ireland Davidson with a penetration and a nice kick for 3.
There she is. There's Hamilton again knocking down the open 3. That's 3 for her tonight. And you know what I really like about Ireland Davidson just now, Coach, you've been heralding her for a while, and rightfully so. She just knocked down an open 3 a second ago. And to be honest with you, she had enough room to get that shot off, but the unselfishness of her that said, you know what, I think I can get a better shot from my teammate. She penetrates, finds the open player, and then Hamilton knocks it down. Jayla Adams knocks down a 3 just now. We are 31-21. Spruce Creek has taken the lead. They've expanded it. We are seeing some really, really good, smart basketball here tonight from the Spruce Creek Lady Hawks. 6:27 on the clock. Spruce Creek jumped out to an early lead and expanded it to 10. The intense action takes February 21st.
We are back after the 30-second timeout. Winter Springs with the basketball. Coming up against the press. You got a zone trap by Spruce Creek.
You got one behind you, D. We're warming up. Rebound. In the street. Come on, Dave. Rebound.
That was a pretty good series for Winter Springs right there. I mean, they stayed at it. They rebounded well. They hustled. And that's just the little nuances of the ebb and flow of games. And that's coming out of that timeout, you figured after Coach got on them a little bit that they probably were going to be play with a little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, and that's where it comes down to also offensive rebounds, Coach. Here you had a 10-point lead, and you come out of a timeout, And you did exactly what you wanted to do. You got to stop so you don't let them get on a little momentum of their own. And what happened? They gave up 2 offensive rebounds and then 2 points. So it's cut the lead to 8. But more important than the lead is the momentum shift that could possibly happen right now. We've talked about the momentum, how important that is to a team. And no matter what sport you're playing, momentum is everything. How many fouls did Jayla have? Jayla Adams, how many fouls? Corner! Rebound! Okay. Good ball movement. At least Spruce Creek is getting a number of offensive rebounds themselves as well. Bringing it back out, resetting it. 31-23, Spruce Creek ahead. Not sure how that one got through without a turnover, but we'll take it. Great pass, Jayla Adams. Chiabri unable to finish the play, but draws the foul. You can sense her frustration. I like that, Coach. You know what? I like at least that she expected to make that in spite of the contact. You can tell because she was upset about the miss. A lot of players these days, they draw the foul, and they just kind of throw the ball up, and they don't really try to finish. They don't understand that you really can make the shot with contact. So they're just happy they drew the foul and they go to the line. But when you got a player like that who's that focused, it doesn't matter what kind of contact, they want to finish the play. And that's what separates the good from the great oftentimes, Coach.
Absolutely agree with you, Chase. And we've got Spruce Creek. Did she hit the first one?
No.
Okay, so she split a 1-on-1. Spruce Creek with a half-court press, half-court trap. Kiasha Edwards going coast to coast. Ireland Davidson called for another travel. Spruce Creek is up 32-23. Spruce Creek with this half-court trap once again. Rebound! Let's go! Very nice outlet. And the and one. What concentration there to take the contact and be able to finish.
Count the basket. Count the basket. Delana Gillard transfers from Calvary Christian, just finishes on a beautiful, tough and one. Let's see if she can convert it into a three-point play, and she does. She knocks it down. You know what? What a terrific outlet pass by Chiabri Edwards. Just great heads-up thinking, having the strong rebound and kicking it out. Not sure about that call. Sometimes you get a little irritated with the officials when they want to, quote, manage the game, and make a call like that really stifles the momentum that Creek had where they can really expand this lead. Of course, they're a little closer to the play than I am, but I didn't see much of a hit on that one. Jump ball on the floor. Ball stays in the possession of Winter Springs. They'll take it out under the basket. 35-23. Spruce Creek has opened out into a 12-point lead.
Spruce Creek on the attack once again. Island Davidson called for a travel. That is her third. Creek back with a half-court trap. Nice hustle play. Players from Creek and Winter Springs going for the basketball on the floor, diving on the floor. It's getting a little more physical this half, I think. I'm seeing a lot more contact. I'm seeing a lot more sense of urgency. I think the clock and the score is starting to wear on the psyche of both teams, actually, so that they know really what's at stake here in the last few minutes of this third quarter.
You know, another thing I really like about this Spruce Creek team is they're just comprised of role players. They are so deep. You're seeing the depth of this team here. How they're playing 10 players, 11 players deep, Coach, and they're going in and out left and right. And you know what? You just don't see a weakness. You don't see a drop-off when they sub, and that's very rare to a lot of teams. Usually when you sub out, you start to notice a little drop-off. Well, in this case, it just doesn't happen. It's pretty even going down the 1 through the 10. (35-26). Winter Springs has cut the lead. A little shake and bake action. Good if it goes. 35-29. Winter Springs badly changes the momentum here. The officials are talking right now. There might have been a tip resulting in a backcourt violation, and yes, a little help from the official rectified that situation. We've got Spruce Creek ball. Winter Springs on, I believe, an 8-2 run. I'll tell you, if they don't score at this time and Winter Springs does come down, you're going to have to get a timeout to stop that momentum to try to get that switch. I'd like to see a little bit more attacking of the basket right now from Spruce Creek. Too much passing around. Stuff like that's going to happen. You've got to stay on the attack. I think it's about time you get a timeout if you're Spruce Creek, Coach, and you want to kind of regroup. We're having turnovers. We're committing fouls that are uncharacteristic of some players, and we're giving up open shots. So you're going to have to recover here.
I agree. The momentum shift has been pretty visible here, and Coach Ham is probably pulling a few strings to figure out how he can stop it while still saving those timeouts for later in the fourth quarter when he may really need them. Spruce Creek up by 6, 35-29.
What's up, buddy? I'm actually the girls' state playoff game right now.
Spruce Creek passing the ball on the perimeter. Nice drive, nice penetration. And they'll have the ball out under their own basket.
I'll call you on the way back after the game. Be about 30 to 40 minutes. You guys, thanks for the call, man. I'll talk to you.
Coach Ham created a play there where it looked like he was talking to the player, but she knew exactly when to make the cut away from him. So that's a new one for me, Coach. I actually like it.
Missed it.
Nice. There's that middle that I've been talking about all game. You've got to have that.
I'm not sure I'm happy with that, Coach. You know, you had 22 seconds left. I would have held it for the last shot to avoid exactly that right there. Even though it was a good attempt at it, another travel got away with it. Yeah, I would have held for the last shot in that situation, Coach. You held it for about 15 seconds. 22 seconds were on the clock, and she went after the basket and got called for a travel. They came down and scored 2 points. Getting that last shot of the quarter is so important, especially if you're ahead. You don't want to give the opponent the opportunity to get a buzzer beater or score one more going in. So instead of starting the fourth quarter with a 6-point lead and the momentum, Spruce Creek is starting out with a 4-point lead with a lost momentum. Winter Springs, you got to be feeling good in a situation like this. Even though you're only down 4, you're playing away, so you can really expect to be in this position away. But they've got the momentum clearly on their side.
Here we go with the start of the fourth quarter here. With the first game of the Florida State playoffs here at Spruce Creek High. Spruce Creek comes down with a rebound, leading 35-31. Jayla Adams with the ball and the penetration. And it's knocked away by Winter Springs. Creek still has the ball, though, in their half-court set. Nice penetration. Jabra Edwards came down with a really tough rebound, but got called for the travel. Now Creek is coming up with a little more half-court pressure now, bringing a few other players up. Winter Springs with a shot from the corner. Winter Springs, Shania Mertens is at the line to shooting 2. Spruce Creek with some full-scale substitutions right now. They've been doing that pretty much the whole game, though. The second shot of the 2-shot opportunity is good. Spruce Creek is up, is winning 35-32.
Spruce Creek scoreless so far in the fourth quarter. Right now, clinging to a 3-point lead, you just don't want to be in this situation right now if you're Spruce Creek, not in a playoff situation. Because the longer Winter Springs is in this game, the more that they believe that they can win it. And that's what you want to do in a playoff situation, especially if you're at home. You've got to squash the other team's confidence. Right now, they're playing like they can win. And when they believe that they can win, that's a dangerous situation to be in if you're Spruce Creek. That's good if it goes, and that is what we needed at this moment right here. Ireland Davidson steps up huge for the Hawks. Big three right there to spread the lead out from 38 to 32. A 6-point lead for Spruce Creek Lady Hawks.
3 seconds.
No.
Number 24, Yoki Tassen's coming back in the game. She's quietly been a very effective player tonight. She's not playing outside of herself. She's gotten some good rebounds. She's played defense, and she's taken some really nice shots. Actually, she's got good form. So you know that coach has given her the go ahead, the green light to go ahead and make some shots, attempts at least.
Yeah, she's the kind of player that you really want to have if you're a coach. She could be a superstar on so many different teams, but accepts her role and stays within it. And I've really liked her since last year. She's just a phenomenal role player, does the job. Ireland a little slow back there getting to the defense. I'm not sure that was her position to be in anyway, so she was coming over to help and wasn't able to get there in time. 38 to 34, Spruce Creek up. Good ball movement. I like Ham. He's still having them attack. But you got to be cautious in that attack. Can't throw it into traffic like that. Good closeout by Ireland. Good closeout. That weak side rebounding. We've got a clear momentum shift to Winter Spring so far. Spruce Creek has 4 timeouts right now, Coach. I'll be honest, it wouldn't be a bad time to take one. And Spruce Creek goes to the line, shooting 2. 38 to 36. Lady Hawks clinging to a 2-point lead. Let's see if we can knock these down and spread this out to 4.
Yoki Tassen, just absolutely ice water in her veins because with the clock running down now with 4 minutes to go, I mean, it's not, of course, in danger zone, but it's going to determine what each team can do. Spruce Creek with a little trap and a steal. Yoki Tassen again. Nice outlet. Ireland Davidson for 3. Just like they drew it up, Coach. Just like they drew it up.
A big-time shot. Ireland Davidson. We talked about her all night. Big-time players make big-time plays in big-time situations, and that's what she just did. Expanded the lead, 42-36, the Lady Hawks. We've captured the momentum. It's looking good at the 4-minute mark. Spruce Creek up 6.
I know I've been singing her praises all night, but I really am impressed with what Ireland Davidson does mentally. I like to see how she responds to coaching. I like how she responds to game situations. She had 3 turnovers, and a lot of kids, that would be a situation where they would just kind of maybe check out or be so upset or be selfish in that situation and really just not worry about what's exactly going on the court. But Ireland Davidson has come back to, of course, actually not only just contribute, but maybe in sometimes control the game here. You can see the attention that Winter Springs is paying to her because she's running flex cuts from side to side. She's creating opportunities, but she doesn't force her shot. That's one good thing that often kids with her talent do that she doesn't do.
Well, another thing I liked about Spruce Creek right now is they didn't quit their game plan. They gave up a 10-point lead, but they didn't put the brakes on. They didn't press the panic button. They didn't say, hey, let's go to something else. Let's try to stall. They've stayed on the attack. They've done what's got them to this point all season, so why bother changing now? Jayla Adams all the way to the rack. Big time finish, coast to coast. Extends the lead to 8. Spruce Creek 44, Winter Springs 36. 3 minutes and 20 seconds remaining.
Go to Jay! Go to Jay! Spruce Creek ball!
And Winter Springs just might be feeling the pressure. That's got to be demoralizing to your confidence when you cut a lead to from 9 or 10 and you just can't get over that hump and capture the lead. And then when it expands back up to 10 or back up to 8, that's a hard thing to swallow as a player.
Nice baseline drive by Ireland Davidson. 4-2. Spruce Creek up 46-36.
Spruce Creek ball!
2:39 left in the game. Spruce Creek has built a 10-point lead. And as you might expect, Winter Springs is full court pressing. Coach, are you a fan of trying to take time off the clock at this point right now?
At this point, I am. Up 10 points with 2 minutes. If you can use 30 seconds, if you can use a minute, if they're not going to foul, see, I even like a situation like that. I would have been happy if she had just continued to dribble out to the baseline and brought it out. You know why? Because as a defender, when I know I need to get this ball back and it feels like the team is going to kill time, I loved it when I saw the player going to the basket because it meant, all right, they were going to shoot it. And even if they score, I'm going to get the ball back. If they hit 2, I can come down and hit 3. I can find a way to cut the lead if I have the ball. But if I don't have the ball, I can't do anything. So, yes, in a situation like that, up 10 points, I want to kill a minimum of 30 seconds, especially with the type of passers, ball handlers, and decision makers that I have on Spruce Creek. I want to be able to kill it. I want to make them foul me right now.
Coaches and players practice for these situations almost all year long. For times like this. Ireland Davidson at the line, shooting 2. Nothing but net on the first one. I like the communication right here. I like the leadership and communication where they're talking to each other. You don't always see that. Ireland Davidson hits both free throws. I'm a little surprised that Creek is up and pressing in this situation.
Well, actually, I kind of like the move to press because they've demonstrated all game that they're not really strong at handling the ball. So if you can at least get them to slow down, you don't want a point guard to just be able to push it up the floor. and be able to analyze the defense without any pressure on them. And I'm surprised that Winter Springs is not fouling right away. Although then again, I'm not surprised because I see that far too often, Coach, where a team knows they need the ball back. The team knows that the other team is not going to shoot the ball. They're going to dribble it out. And they eventually let about 40 seconds go off the clock, and then they start to foul. By then, it's too late. I'm the kind of coach that I'm going to start fouling at the 4-minute mark if I feel that this team is going to start wasting time off the clock. Because they're going to do that. Because when it gets down to it, about 3 minutes and 30 seconds left, now we start panicking a little bit, and then another minute goes off the clock. Then all of a sudden you realize you got a foul. If you know you're going to have to eventually put them to the line, you may as well just do it sooner now. I'd rather them shoot free throws for the next 4 minutes than run the clock off for the next 4 minutes.
And that's not something you can coach on the fly. That's something you have to prepare for. And you have to let your team know, in this situation, this is what we do. And there has to be systematic because kids don't want to foul out. They know, okay, it forces them to make a decision. Am I going to play tough? Am I going to play hard? Or am I going to sit down after I foul out? Spruce Creek with the ball.
Kick that out. Kick that out. Kick that out. I don't like that.
Steal by Winter Springs. Kiabri Edwards with the steal.
Very smart play. Very smart. Way to hold up.
Ireland Davidson with the cut.
I don't like that at all because you don't get the call. I don't like that one bit, Coach, because as you can see, it was clearly a foul, but she didn't get the foul. You can't bank on the foul coming to you. So I would not be shooting the basketball up 10. There's just no reason to even go to the basket right now because you're going to risk an injury, even though you might score. But in a situation like that, you know the team is going to look to foul you. What you don't want to do is get injured when you got a clear victory that you're staring at right now. Your goal is to finish strong and finish safe. But it's clear that we've got a game over situation here. Spruce Creek ahead, 50-38, 42 seconds on the clock.
Well, with a 12-point lead, both teams have basically just said, hey, let's just run this out. Even at this point, if I was Winter Springs, I foul. I don't understand why they're not fouling.
I think you see this. Yeah, they see the handwriting on the wall. It's a good situation. Just go ahead and let them dribble out. And it's a class move by Spruce Creek. There's no reason to take a last-second shot here. The game is over. You don't need to kick somebody while they're down. Congratulations to Spruce Creek Lady Hawks winning the first round of the state playoffs. They are off to round 2 in the regional semifinals. And we couldn't be more proud of our Lady Hawks. Spruce Creek High School with the win over Winter Springs, 50-38. Congratulations, Spruce Creek Lady Hawks. For Charles Brinkerhoff, this is Chase Tremont here at Spruce Creek High School, signing off.